Deeper. Yeah. If you survive and can see through the pain, it gets deeper. If you can shine through the guilt and the shame, it gets deeper. It only takes one moment to change. You might be hurting, but you still ain't helpless. And the revelation carries way more than the message. It's more to that lineup. It's the mind behind, son. Over your mind, you realize.
Yeah. You might be hurting, but you're not helpless. But you're not helpless. Leave it in the cut.
Help is on the way.
Yeah.
Peace is nice, please. It's like Chinese daggers on peas and rice. Righteous. You see my sight whenever I.
Here we are live, deeper than a cut. We are in the building. We are prepared and ready to start this new year off of 2022 with a Deeper Than a Cut podcast. I'm one of your hosts here in D'Angelo Smith. My name for the show will be Smitty, and I have my co-host here with us,
Terrence Hobson, better known as Mr. Halftime. What's up, everybody?
Halftime. I'm telling y'all, Deeper Than a Cut has come to really provide opportunity and to provide help in a way that you've never experienced it before. This is the realest thing that you're going to get. You have two gentlemen here that are barbers by trade, and we have over 40 years of experience together in the industry of entrepreneurship. And we have been pretty successful at doing what we do in this industry. God has been amazing to us. And so we want to provide that same opportunity to the people that may be in the same place that we've experienced before, where you get stuck and you get frustrated and you get angry about what's going on within entrepreneurship. And we want to give opportunity and be a help and assistance. On Deeper Than a Cut, there are a few things that you can expect to receive. You can expect to receive an uplifting in your spirit. You can expect to be encouraged after you leave. You can also expect to get a direction on the way to go, because entrepreneurship is something that we care about. We're going to mix in faith and the belief of what you can't see, because you're going to need something some days as entrepreneurship. And you can't feel it. You ain't got it. You don't know what to get. You don't have anything left to give, but you're going to have faith throughout this walk of entrepreneurship. Today we have, as my co-host, man, this is my guy here. I just can't talk enough about this guy, man. Terrence Hobson, and we call him Halftime.
Yeah,
but he cut the whole time, you know.
Yeah, cut the whole time. It's halftime, cut the whole time.
And we have such a great relationship. Me and him have been working together literally for 20 years, and been knowing each other about 25 years. And we have decided, we've done so many business ventures together that has been successful. And we've been asked on so many occasions, Hobson. How many times we've been asked to come on and do a podcast of some sort?
Man, countless times.
And we're here doing it now.
Right here.
And we prepared for the 2022 as a kickoff date for us to get ready and get started within this podcast world. So I have here Terrence Hobson. He's a barber extraordinaire. He actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. He's probably the best barber I know. And I'm being sincerely honest. I give props to my brother. He is consistent. He's faithful. He's diligent to it. And I've seen him over 20 plus years of doing this work. And I just want to ask you, brother, as we go ahead and get into this podcast, there's things that I see in your life that I've seen over the last 20 years that really helps to put perspective or respect in place for you. And one of the biggest things that I see, that no matter in what realm you're working in, whether it's home, family, whether it's job, whether it's school, whatever it is that you're doing, I see a level of hard work, man, that is second to none, man. I'm just going to segue you into this, man. He gets up and he's at the shop at 6 o'clock. I mean, come on now. He's already there working when I ain't got out the bed. Some people ain't got out the bed, and he's at the shop working. Why is hard work so important to you?
Man, that's actually a wonderful question. And a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs, even the class workers, right, for corporate America, don't really understand like what entrepreneurship really means. Like, when you say you're an entrepreneur, you're saying to me and every other entrepreneur that you're independent.
Yeah.
And what that means for me is like you have to have that grit, that grind type of mentality, right? You gotta get up when nobody else want to get up. You know, I've been called crazy. It's like, well, man, for a while, Smitty, I used to laugh like, man, this guy calling me crazy.
Man.
But it made sense for me though.
Right.
You know what I mean? That hard work, like as long as you see the vision.
Right.
As long as you understand the outcome and what you're looking for, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks.
Yeah.
So I'll be crazy if it take me being successful deeper than the cut.
It's deeper than the cut.
If it takes that from me, right, to get up that early and put every ounce of energy into everything that I'm doing, then that's what I want to be. You know, success for everybody is different. Successful to me means that I gotta stay hungry. It's all up to me.
That's right.
Right. It's all up to me. So I gotta stand up. I gotta get up. I gotta be about it when I leave at home. My family is expecting just to have time to come back home with some groceries, you know, a little life, little living, a little living, you know, and so that's what it takes.
That's awesome.
The hard work, man.
Man, it's crazy to hear you talk about it, because I see it on a day-to-day basis, and to see you in your lane of hard work, man, I'm telling you, man, it's admirable. It's encouraging, and it also helps to uplift people, because I see you doing it over at the barber school. You're really helping out those students over there. They see your passion. They see your love and care for those students, and they really draw to that, because the energy that they feel throughout your hard work. They see you leaving and coming and leaving it and putting the same energy in every time they see you. They expecting the inspiration word. They expecting the vibe and the feel of it to be at a certain level, and that speaks to your personality.
Absolutely.
So what is it that about your personality that you think that is so infectious to people, and every person that you come in contact with, they want to be a part of it?
Man, that personality is a big piece. It's, if not the biggest piece in this industry, and in any industry of entrepreneurship. Because for myself as an example, like if I'm trying to build a clientele, I'm trying to gain clients, I'm trying to build a rapport with my community that I'm working in, they have to like me first. You know what I mean? Like you can't
you mean to tell me they gotta like you?
They gotta like me. Hey, Smitty, they gotta like halftime, because what other way am I going to attract them to my barber chair?
That's right.
What other way will I attract them to want to talk and have a conversation, business conversation with me?
That's right.
Right. So that word decorum is all in there. It's dress, speech, and behavior. You know what I mean?
Come on with
but your personality have to be, it must be. Listen, for every entrepreneur, everybody thinking about entrepreneurship, look yourself in the mirror, and we got to have a self-examination. Okay, because your personality, when you're trying to build clients and you're trying to build a rapport and a nice little network within yourself and bridge the gap from one entrepreneur to the next, I gotta like you. I'm just speaking for myself. My man Smitty over there, look, we've been working for 20 years. You know what I mean? And I ain't never had an argument with this guy. And I know we've had our disagreements, but his personality, it makes me want to do business with him on any level.
That's right.
On any level.
That's right. So the personality actually adds to the allure of people wanting to be around you.
100%.
And when they want to be around you, they spend their money. Right?
Absolutely.
You got to want to come spend your money with.
That's right.
I make you want to come spend the money.
Spend your money, man. Come on.
I gotta get some fiddles. The family looking for some fiddles, man. They're looking for something to eat, and they're expecting time to bring home the bacon, as it were.
Man.
And bringing home the bacon, you have to have a profession in which you work in.
Yes.
And I understand that you have several businesses, and we will get into those. With this just being the introduction piece of our podcast, we're just going to do some introductory pieces, and I want to ask you about your profession from a standpoint of why did you choose the profession of barbering, and how did it evolve, and how did it grow, and what are you doing now in the barbering industry that makes you so successful?
Man, I started off as a kid, man, just desiring clippers. I didn't know, why I wanted to cut hair. I was 12 years old, man, but at the same time, it was something about those clippers. I wasn't an average kid. I didn't want G.I. Joe, man. I didn't want the Legos. I didn't want, the Hot Wheel cars and all of that stuff. I wanted clippers, and for a long time, my parents would not allow it.
Right.
And it took my grandmother to really talk to my mom and say, "Hey, listen, this boy may be on to something. He like it. Just how hard? What's the worst could happen?"
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And it was like,
so you had some support. You had somebody fighting for
granny,
for your vision.
Big mama.
Yeah.
She came through for me, and I got those clippers, and I was my worst victim. I was my worst victim. My mom, called down fire from heaven, man. She said the devil done touched on me a little bit when she seen that haircut, man. I did a doozy on myself, y'all. I did. But you know, that compelled me to get better, though.
Yeah.
You know, it compelled me to get better.
So at that point in time, you literally could have either said, you know what, this ain't for me.
Oh, man.
But that drive that you had in you, it pushed you a little farther and made you want to not just mess your hair up, mess up a couple other people.
Oh, man, I had some friends who was on punishment for the whole summer. You understand? Why would you let that boy cut your hair? He ain't never cut no hair before in his life. You stay in this house for 2 weeks. You know, it's messed him up bad.
So what did that do to prepare you? What are you doing now? Where are you at in your professional career now? I know we started off at a place, but where are you at now in that profession?
Where I am now, man, is a beautiful place. I obtained my Michigan barber license, you know, and now I'm a licensed instructor.
Wow.
You know, in the I'm at the pinnacle of this industry and desiring my own school.
So
you know,
what you started at, man, it's a little deeper than the messed up haircuts that you gave yourself. It's a little deeper than that.
Man, it's so much deeper. It's so much deeper because, again, that personality and would it take that work ethics that go with that and that constant believing in yourself, digging when there's no flame at all. You have to find some heat at least to kind of like rub it together and get a fire going to continue to believe in yourself, to push yourself even further where we are right now.
Man, that's
deeper
absolutely
than the cup,
amazing,
baby.
Man. That is awesome, man.
Deeper than the cup.
Your story, man. Every time I hear it, as many times I know the story,
right?
But just hearing it over and over again, man, it's so inspiring, man. Because I know the work that you put in, I know the personality that you have, and I realize the profession in which you work. And to be honest with you, man, you cutting hair is what started me cutting hair.
Wow!
It made me want to start cutting hair.
Wow!
You were cutting my hair before I ever was a barber. So, around 14 years old,
running.
You know what I'm saying? 14 years old, I'm excited about cutting hair. And I had a couple of those, mess ups and tear ups and dips and glips. And shout out to Leon Hines, my cousin, for letting me, who is now bald, probably because of me, because I cut some plugs in the back, I cut some plugs in the front. But the fact that he gave me the opportunity, he said, cuz, just go and do what you need to do. You're going to be great at this. And he gave me opportunity to do it, but it came from coming to the barbershop and watching you cut hair and seeing, that this is something that I can do. And I went home and tried it.
Yeah.
And 20 years later, I'm loving what I'm doing. I went to school. I thought enough to go to school.
Yes.
And make sure that it was important enough for me to become legitimate within the framework of what I wanted to work.
Absolutely.
With being a barber, some people, man, they just want to just do it to an extent because they have the gift to do it.
Right.
But then there's a license to do it as well.
Absolutely.
And I left literally right out of high school. Shout out Denby High School.
KE.
Denby High School.
KE in the building.
As soon as I came out of high school, I had my cousin Kimberly Rashida. She reminded me, didn't you say you want to go to barber school?
Right.
And I went to barber school right out of high school. So I was 18 years old in barber school trying to figure this thing out. I didn't know.
I remember that.
But I know I wanted to do it, right?
Yeah.
You've been cutting for 4 years since 14 years old. And it's the thing that made you feel worth anything, and then you start to understand the importance of, making other people feel good.
Yeah.
Because a haircut does more than just give you, a look or a style.
Sure.
It speaks to your confidence.
Absolutely.
See, it's deeper than a cut. It goes further than what you can see on the surface.
Right.
Because a cut can literally change your personality.
Absolutely.
It can make your head rise up. You can walk around and I watch these memes on YouTube and Instagram and all that, and I see the difference from a person coming in, I'm a little Mickey.
Oh, they meet.
Once they get that haircut and that hairline,
the whole
they
walk
hey,
different.
they start walking out there like George Jefferson,
to the
baby.
side with the hip out, that pants leg swinging.
And so that's when I realized that you can affect people. With your hands, with clippers.
Absolutely.
And clippers was able to do that. So I decided to go to school.
That's big, man.
After
Wow.
doing that, I came and worked at your barbershop. Remember
Yeah,
that?
I remember that,
You
man.
the
Wow.
first place I worked
That's
at,
crazy.
where I was hired at,
That's
and
crazy,
in
man.
doing that, it just gave opportunity for me to just fall in love even the more.
Yeah.
Being in a place where I can grow, I can
Sure.
mature, and I can be at a place where, you know, I even got to the point like you. I obtained my my instructor's license,
Sure.
and my instructor license has led me to Michigan Barber School, where I do the same thing as you. We teach love, we encourage, we uplift, we
Right.
teach and show how to cut hair, the proper techniques
Sure.
to the students,
Oh,
and
man.
they receive it on a level like never before.
Like never before.
And in addition to that, man, this barber industry, I'm telling y'all, it's vast. It's unlimited. It can go as far as you want it to go.
Yes.
Do not ever limit yourself. That's why I wanted to get into entrepreneurship, because there's no limit. There's no hold up. There's
That's
no,
right.
you know, and so, and on top of that, I got elected to become a part of the board for the state of Michigan.
See that? Now look at that.
For the state of Michigan,
Come on,
I
man.
literally sit on the board that regulates the industry in
Come
which
on.
I love, the barber
man.
industry, the schools, the barber colleges,
That's
the
heavy.
barber shops, the barber students, the barber license instructor. Man, I sit on that board at this point in time, but at 14 years old, I didn't think
You didn't
that,
see that.
because it's deeper
It's
than what you
deeper
see.
than the cup, baby.
It's not what's on the surface. This
No,
thing
sir.
goes deeper than you can ever imagine. And now
Yeah.
I don't just sit on the board. I have been elected
Yes.
by my constituents as the chairman of the board. I
Yes.
now sit at the head seat of the board.
Right.
And it's a blessing.
That's a
And
blessing,
in
man.
every situation that I'm able to walk within, I want to know that I want to show and know that God has been leading my life the whole way.
Absolutely.
The things that I take, and we're going to wrap it up in a minute, but the things I take as so true and so honest in my life, at the forefront of who I am, is a husband and a father. Like,
Man.
you know, I can't allow anything to go above that, because I know where my foundation is at,
Sure.
where my heart is at, what
Yes.
I really love, what I want to do, and how I want to roll this thing. Right.
That's what makes you you.
That's what makes me me, man. I'm a husband of one wife,
Come on.
and I'm a father
Come
of
on,
3.
preacher.
I got.
Come on.
Well, see,
Yes,
it go
sir.
deeper than that.
It's deeper than the
I
cut.
love you. Shout out to my wife,
Yeah.
Smith.
Yeah.
I love you, my daughter, Amber and Brooke Smith, and my
Yeah.
son,
Come on.
D2, D'Angelo Smith Jr. I thank God for them. They are my foundation. They are the reason why I get up every day and do what I do.
Sure.
And I know you try to throw that preacher in there, but you know that
Yeah,
I
preacher.
I can't help that. You know,
That's God did
preaching
that.
is a part of who I am, loving God, following God in faith, through faith, and knowing that He's going to cause me to prevail at no matter what I do,
That's
no matter
right.
what I put my hands to. God is going to make sure that the prevailing peace will be my mantle and be my portion.
That's
And,
huge,
and
man.
I'm just faith. You got to have faith. If you ain't got
Gotta have
faith, you don't have nothing.
You don't have faith, you don't have anything.
So we really trying to realize and understand that this whole walk is substratum, and its base and its foundation is a walk with God. And everything that we have here at Deeper Than the Cup, we want to make sure that we pass it on. We want to make sure that we giving it away, because holding on to anything, I was once told by my pastor. He told me true success has successors.
Absolutely.
And so because I want to be so successful, and because you want to be so successful, we started a podcast where we can start creating successors by
Bridging
the
them gaps.
information
Yes, sir.
that we give and the connections and the networks that we have.
That's huge.
And we want to build this thing to make sure that not just you successful or I'm successful,
Yeah.
but that our community is successful.
100%.
That's what we're looking to do.
Yeah.
With Deeper Than the Cut.
Deeper
We're
than the
here. We're live today on YouTube.
Let's go.
I'm asking that you guys would share, like, comment. Please comment. If you leave your comments inside of the subject line, we'll make sure that we personally come
Got
in
you.
and answer those questions. We want to make sure that you are feeling a part of this podcast, because the only reason we're doing it is for you. We're doing it so that you can experience the goodness of God, the favor of God, and be able to walk in the connections that we've already walked through the door in. We want to open the door to the connections that we have. And if you would, go to YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, DTAC podcast on Instagram. And then it's Deeper Than a Cut podcast on YouTube. And we want to make sure that you go to Spotify, Deeper Than a Cut podcast on Spotify. Check us out on all our social media platforms. Subscribe. Please do not hold this to yourself. We're not holding it, so we're asking that you don't hold it. Don't hold it. Pass it on, give it away, and share this this broadcast in which we're coming to you today. We're excited about it. We look forward to sharing more with you. This was just the introduction. We got more to come.
More to come.
More to come.
It's deeper in the cut, baby.
Baby.
Yeah.